They bring you food on like 3 meals a day. And there is a small gathering car where you can go and meet some of the other passengers if you so wish. Or we can fast travel the entire journey.
I'm gonna fast travel.
You want to
Yeah.
fast travel? You don't want to mingle?
Soccer, right? Because I mean, I'm usually the one that is the
Well,
Wanted to mingle, yeah.
you guys are welcome to just fast travel. No need to meet anyone. You guys stay in your cart the entire time. You get your meals. It's pretty straightforward. The meals are actually pretty good for being cooked on here too. Like some high quality stuff. Uh, Somebody recognizes Quar in the process and upgrades his food, however, so you actually get a little bit better food than you would have been getting. You're getting the first class quality stuff right now. Mostly seafood based, actually.
Ooh.
It's like there's a bunch of different things. You've got some really neat little sardine type
ow, my
things.
knees.
That most of it is more or less raw. Also, like it's not
Sweet.
heavily cooked or anything. The stuff that is cooked is just cooked enough to be. It's all. It's like the chef knew how to please a turtle,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and that is your big breakthrough for the train trip. You are now on the outskirts of a small town, not Arcarthus yet. You have another day's travel to get there.
Yeah.
This one is like really legitimately frontier style town. Old West style building fronts, like cheap, quickly built stuff that could be knocked down with a strong wind, but probably isn't going to be. There's a small general store. There's a small blacksmith. There's a bakery, and other than that, it's mostly just a small town with a train station. They have to start with something, right?
Mhm.
It's
Sheriff,
actually
Start somewhere.
all of the
Sheriff,
buildings look like,
Undertaker, Saloon,
yeah, all of the buildings here look like they're less than a year old.
we witnessed like a shootout in the OK Corral too, maybe,
Something like that, right? Two people
Yeah.
start a brawl in the street. Oh, you cheated at cards! Boo, boo, boo!
And guy gets yeeted out of the saloon,
Ah!
I was like, charming.
Not
Fargo's
much.
my kind of town.
You guys going to
Of
stop in the
course.
saloon to get a drink before you go? No, you're not parched or hungry or anything. Never hurts to stop in a saloon.
Saloon
Yeah,
gets you information, so yes.
go for a
Right.
drink.
You walk in
Go get a
there.
drink, mingle a
It
bit.
it's fantasy medieval saloon, but still saloon. The Wild West saloon feel, but think of it with a fantasy medieval vibe. But you got
Fair.
that thing. There's a bar at the front. Behind it is a let's call him tall.
Some
He's a
ladies
big.
and some
He's
big
he's a,
busted ladies in like Klondike cake gear.
exactly. There's a couple showgirls. Let's call them. And it's that kind of town. Sure, there's rules and laws that the country might follow, but this place is not many people are following
Tortuga.
them at the moment. They haven't gotten the law in fully.
Listen,
The
Western style Tortuga.
The
the
bartender has bluish skin, red hair, a bigger nose, and his giant heritage is showing through. He is a furbolg.
oh
Blue skin, red hair, furball.
Yes.
yes,
Nice.
the wallpaper in the saloon is wanted posters.
There's a wall of wanted posters. Yes, there's a lot of that sort of thing. If you look at the wall, it looks like it's bounties posted by other people on the wall a lot of the times, but there are some that are backed by actual lawbringers.
It's just sifting through the.
You can probably see a couple of poses of Alenia, like older ones, up there. Cause yeah, she has a reputation
Well, in this area, she was
before
an
she
unknown.
became
Actually,
princess. Huh.
somebody might have heard of her, but she wasn't wanted.
Yeah, she just got arrested a
She,
lot.
Rosie's
Elen,
disappointed. She's like, "Oh, I wanted her to be wanted." No. She has wanted posters for her, just not here.
Just not here.
Elenia is not as popular in the rest of the world.
Some other parts
She's
of the
been
world don't
arrested
know.
21 times. That's why I say that.
Yes, but that's only in one city.
Technically 2 cities.
Okay,
But
two
yeah,
cities.
The little city she started in and Port Haven.
True. That is true.
Cora will go to the bar
Probably
and
in
kind
Verdant
of.
Haven, specifically, in the barony, because she's fairly well traveled in that barony, I'd think.
Yeah, she's well known in Verdant Haven for sure. All right, so you
Yeah.
are going to the bar. What would you like to do at the bar, Quar?
He'll knock on the bar top to get the barkeep's attention and goes,
The barkeep
I'll
says,
take your
"Yar."
strongest beverage."
Now, do you mean that literally or figuratively? My
He means it literally.
strongest beverage could hold up about 10 pounds, but that's because it's frozen.
He goes, I will take it. I'll take your strong. I'll take. He goes,
Physically strongest.
I want this. I want it.
He
I
means
think I've broken
I want
most.
it so strong it could peel paint off a bathtub.
He
Oh, you
means.
want the hangover cure? Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
You see him go behind the counter, reach down, grab a couple things, put a mug on the counter, pour something into it, pour something else into it, pour something else into it, stir it a little bit, a bit of smoke comes off, pour something else into it, pour something else into it. There's a spark and a whoosh. And then he pours a little bit more of something, pours something else into something, puts the entire mug out on the counter, grabs a bottle, and pours you a shot.
Runs upstairs, dunks into the bathtub. Cora will slip him some gold, and he'll take a sippy sip.
It's a shot. It's a one and done. I'm guessing,
Yep.
but it's
All right. Let's
interesting.
see if this knocks the turtle on his
Give
ass.
me a con save, good sir.
22.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that was smooth.
Well, I was not even going to try that,
It
so
had
fuck
some
that.
kick to it. It was like you just swallowed a kicking horse.
He goes, my man. Damn. That is better than some bathtub dwarf hooch I've had.
That's why we call it a wake-up drink. You drink
I
that,
thought we called that a hangover
you're
cure.
either asleep or awake.
That makes sense.
If you are awake, you're about to become asleep.
He points to
What can I do
Lyra
for
and
you?
goes, don't give this to her, she'll die.
I don't want none!
Now, I don't see your type coming in around here too often. So how can I do you?
She'll take the weakest thing you got here.
Get fucked!
She's a
He
lightweight.
he pours Lyra a drink,
Get fucked!
and like I said, he's asking you guys what you're here for.
He goes, business.
Well, that's to be expected. No one comes here for pleasure.
We're going to Arcathis.
Oh, you
He looks
poor
at her
bastards.
like so much for being subtle.
Yeah, I know. So much for being subtle, right? Oh,
Yeah.
don't say anything unless you need to. We're going everywhere.
Should I say why? Just where? She's gonna ask, what's the news on Arcathis recently? I haven't been down there in a while. It'll be nice to go back to the Underdark. And yes, I will roll a
Roll
fucking deception
a
check.
deception check, motherfucker.
Since I'm like, I will roll that. I know that rule. I already know that. 22, bitch.
You're very lucky because I rolled a 21.
Oh! That was a fucking close one.
You're like, ha, 20, 22, bitch. I'm like, not as lucky as you think. I'm only one off.
I'm glad you have the +6 to that shit.
All right, so you've made that pass. You're like, yeah, I want to go back. You seem to have bluffed your ass off. This
Yeah,
bartender
because
looks at you suspiciously, looks you up and down. It's like, uh-huh. Word is down in Arcarthus, things have been running as usual. Business, trade is booming. Uh, by the way, the government system for Arcarthus is there's 5 government seats. They are led by different guilds. Like each seat is
mm,
is a different guild. However,
I see why that was important then.
every 5 years they vote in
Ow.
new guilds to be the leaders.
Mm, mm-hmm,
They alternate who's the leaders entirely. It could be guilds that aren't
mm-hmm.
leaders the previous 5 years. So that is their
Now I
government
see why you
system.
mentioned in Elena's thing why the three guild
Yes,
names.
there's importance for guilds. So
That
the
makes more sense.
current set of leaders recently came to power, so within the last year or so. So things have been running smoothly since they took over, though there's been more deaths than usual. You know, the rumors are that somebody has been taking out their rivals more than normal, and yeah, just a few more unexplained deaths than is normally on the roster. He says if you guys are going there, and he still looks at you suspicious when you go when he says again. He says you will definitely want to watch your backs. There's something shady going down. Just you just should watch for thorns.
So kind of,
Yeah.
she's not a fucking rogue!
You're not a rogue. What details do you have so far that would be in any way related to this situation that you can think of? And tell me, explain
I
them to
know,
me. Explain them
I
out
know
of
what it is.
character, and I can tell you partially whether they are accurate or not.
No, it's the emblem and the information with the emblem and stuff. I get that. But my brain goes, that basically he just used thinking. I can, wait a minute, I'm not a fucking rogue. Can't fucking use it back!
There you go. That makes sense.
I'm not a rogue, damn it!
Yes, but we couldn't see your thought process. We just saw you flipping your hands around. So I was getting your thought process. I wanted to know what you were thinking about so that I knew what to laugh about.
Get fucked. Kids, I will have good. No, I have a lemon 8, though I don't know how well that's gonna work. I'm going to be looking into the favorited stuff, see if I'm gonna go on there. I have Twitch, I have Instagram, I have YouTube. I also have my Discord. So there are ways to get a hold of me still.
All right.
Anyways,
So what are you doing?
what's about shady shit's happening?
Um,
Watch.
Guana orders
Out
another of that
for
bathtub hooch he got because
the hangover cure.
yes,
As I go in my nose, hangover cure.
quote unquote,
Quote unquote cure. It's either gonna cure your hangover or it's gonna make you have a new
another
one.
hangover.
Kasha?
Yes.
Meanwhile, somewhere else in the city, a
Mhm.
small, smiling face hears the words, "So, who wants me to do an impression of an oak?" And then it fades to black.
Of a what?
She wanted to climb a tree.
Okay.
Who wants me to do an
Yeah.
impression of an oak?
I thought I heard oak, but my brain at the same time went, did he mean orc?
No, oak.
No.
A tree. He said,
Yeah, yeah.
"Climb me,
That's why I was like,
climb me, little lively one, climb me." And then it
Yes.
that's
fades,
why
and
my
then it
brain
fades to
went,
black.
verify what you heard. Because I heard oak. Did he mean orc? And that's when
No.
you said oak. I'm like, okay, I did hear you correctly.
Yes.
Yes. Meanwhile, somewhere in town, a oak is being climbed.
Yes.
And not by a Thurston lady.
She's
Yeah.
very sad about that, I'm sure.
I am mad at you still. I've been mad at you for a while for that. So fucking mad. I
you,
raped him the minute I
you
saw it,
never,
then I helped him get a fucking date with
you
no
never,
thank you afterwards.
you never said that the dating game was exclusive to Elenia.
I
And you
didn't.
haven't contacted him since then. I didn't have any reason to bring him back into the story, and you didn't have any reason to contact him. So I'm bringing him back into the story in this way so that you still have a way of interacting with him with a character that's not got two fiancés and two kids on the way.
Two fiancés, two kids, a captain,
Yes, you've got
And
side
a
projects. That's
partridge in
besides
a
the point.
pear tree.
and a virgin of very accurate. Yeah.
5 golden rings. How many times are you getting
Boy,
married?
twice. Potentially up
5
depending.
golden rings. No, I only want 3, man. It's 2.
I want to, but considering what we talked about the other day, how okay, Tasha has to understand this because she wasn't here for this. Okay,
Yep.
you know how Thalion and Ari are brothers, half brothers.
Yep.
Remember the other Lunari male elf that we found?
Yep.
He is Ari's half brother with a different mistress, with a different father of the underdog.
Jesus Christ.
She keeps it in the family. She does. Oh God.
When they told her you may pick one of the brothers, she said, "No, I'm taking them all."
No. She became Alexander. For a minute. Hold on. Let me get the right lyrics. Not how you spell Skyward Sisters, but okay. I gotta get the specific lyrics. It's not Skyward Sisters, is it?
Scissors. What?
Skyward Sisters. No, it's not Skyward Sisters. It's the one
She's
after
talking.
that. No. Winter's Ball. Winter's Ball? Yes, Winter's Ball. Where it goes, the Hamilton skill with the quill is undeniable, but what do we really have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There's so many to deflower, ladies. Look, proximity to power, ladies. They delighted and distract him. Martha Washington named her feral tomcat after him. That's true. And it goes into the winter ball thing. And he goes, and the Schuyler sisters are the envy of all. Yo, if you could marry a sister, you're rich, son. Hamilton's response is it a question of if, Burr, or which one? And in this regard, that's Elenia. Is it a question of if or which one?
Exactly.
She's marrying two of them, at the least. Anyways, watch out for thorns. Um, she's going to respond.
Rose, give me an investigation check.
Motherfucker. I was going to. Whatever. Okay. 16.
When he says, "Watch for thorns," you think to that emblem you found that has
Mm-hmm.
thorns on it. and think could be a link between them, but you're not certain how. You don't have enough information to piece that thieves can't aspect of it together, but you feel they're linked.
She knows they're in a costumes guild, though.
Yes, but you don't know why what he said would be linked with what you're talking about, is what I mean.
Okay.
You feel like he is referring to something involving that emblem, but you're not piecing it together fully, other than maybe he's telling you to watch out for these assassins.
That'd be what I was thinking. Watch out for the assassins. Watch your back. Obviously, you're in the Underdark.
Always watch your back.
Always watch your back. But I figured it was because the Thorns mentioned as the guild of the assassins. She was going to ask him, "Has the rose bush grown new buds?" And yes, that's technically thieves' camp, but I figure that's more.
You're trying to pass yourself off as thieves can't without knowing thieves can't. I am going to allow you to
No,
do
that's where my
two
brain went.
things. One
Was
is an
turning the
insight
code.
check, and the other is a persuasion check.
Okay.
Because you're inciting him as you're persuading.
15 and 10. I'm gonna luck point that 10 because I still have 3.
Oh yeah.
She's better at this than that. Thank you. Because I'm fucking plus 6, bitches. I know she can do better.
All right, so
I'll take the 15.
you seem to be like stumbling your way through this blindly successfully. You are talking in thieves' cant without talking in thieves' cant right now.
Yay.
You've gotten your point across, though he does give a hint of confusion as to your wording. Thus, he probably knows you don't have a clue what you're talking about. But
She's
he's
trying to
going,
be
but he's going
secure
with it
about
anyways because your persuasion check was pretty damn good, and like
it.
he's like, she seems to have a clue, but maybe she's just new to the game. So he tells you a little bit about yes. You translate this from what you've interpreted of the conversation as he tells you they have been recruiting more frequently, and they seem to have gotten a new patron. By patron, I don't mean warlock patron. I mean person who
You mean,
sponsors them,
how did the.
benefactor.
Yeah, I was going to say, how did they go?
No, new source of income on a permanent basis, sort of thing. Somebody who orchestrates what they do from outside of them.
Okay.
So new leadership, but not exactly. It's like, okay, you are the head of the clan. You are the most powerful member of your clan, but
Sponsor.
the daimyo controls you.
A new sponsor. That'd be the word we're looking
Yeah,
for.
sponsor, patron, benefactor. Those are all words for it.
Yes, I say sponsor because patron could be misconstrued, as we just pointed out.
Depends on your interpretation of it. All those words are accurate, though.
They are, yes. She'll nod. Obviously, say thank you.
That information will cost you 5 gold.
She has it.
Oh, I figured she does, but it's like he nods at you and says something but all you interpret it as is he wants you to pay, but he doesn't say what. You slide 1 gold across the table, he coughs. You slide 2, he coughs a little more. You slide 4, he's like, and then you put the 5th one down, and he reaches over and grabs it, puts it in the till.
And she would drop out. So she doesn't like say the word thank you. She'll nod her head and things like.
Yeah, you're going like, thanks for the information, buddy.
Yeah. And I figure being from the Underdark, she would not so much thieves can't, but she would know how to use like basic coded stuff. Like we strike here at this time.
We could also,
We
also
strike
take
this
a
house.
one level dip into rogue so that she could have thieves can't.
I could, yeah.
Hmm.
When we level up next.
Would the rogue class though benefit her?
Right.
Well, she's a Sorlock right now, so she would
Yeah,
agree.
like it would help her with a little bit of combat stuff. You'd get access to sneak attack. No one would expect the warlock to suddenly pull out a dagger and stab him in the balls.
Actually, she can get sneak attack on her Eldritch Blast because it's an attack still.
True, I think that's where it works that way.
To
Because
my
it is a
knowledge, it just
magic
has to
attack,
be
right?
an attack. Yeah, to get sneak attack, it just needs to be a. It just has to be an attack. Let me
Oh yeah,
double check that really quickly.
makes sense. Okay,
Easiest way to
so
do that would be to load up Elenia. Elenia, come here, my bitch. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. She'll go up to Quar, obviously whisper, because
Yep.
Marticle. Uh, basically the guild that they're looking into has had new hires, so they'll be stronger than the last time she was down there, and that they need to be careful. She'll also text her brother this, not knowing that her brother works there, but because assassin knows assassin type of thing, and goes, the thorns have gotten stronger. Oh, sorry, no, not the thorns. Yeah, the thorns, but not in
Thorns
quite
of the
that way.
Black Rose is the guild.
Yes, so if people do see the text, they won't understand fully. She'll say the thorns on the vines have gotten thicker. No, essentially she's saying in oven code that there's more
You're
of them.
saying in a coded message that the guild has gotten more powerful. You're doing it
Yes.
like the rose bushes have a lot of thorns this year. Could you have the gardeners do something about it?
Yeah, that works.
That makes sense.
In
Rosie's
that
bad at this.
in that case, that would be along the lines of, "Hey, could you have your people look into this?"
Yeah. You know more about this, look more into this. We're going down there, so information would be nice. Yeah. With an attack. Yep, it just says hit with an attack.
Nice.
So it doesn't have to be a physical hit, it could be a spell attack from the looks of it. Da-da-da-da-da. Once per turn, deal extra damage to one creature you hit with an attack roll if you have advantage on the roll and the attack uses has to use a finesse or ranged weapon.
So it can't
That
be a
begs you to
magical attack.
sad. That sucks. That sucks. No, so she can't use the Eldritch Blast.
Nope. Not yet,
She can use a
anyway.
bow though. Not that she has any. But yes. Brain.
Apparently, in Baldur's Gate 3, you can.
Of course, in Baldur's Gate you can.
So
I have Red Note
so a lot of people
and
will
Lemonade
see that
and
build
other
and it'll
locals,
be
yeah.
viable for them because they're familiar with D&D through Baldur's Gate 3. But that
Yeah.
one hasn't been rolled over to the tabletop yet. If this is a legitimate sage advice, uh, if Mike Merles is an important D&D person, he would allow the Eldritch Blast to do the sneak attack damage. Meaning it is a viable option theoretically. But it's not necessarily a needed option. We would talk about that if you have ever decided to become a rogue. And just because you aren't a rogue doesn't mean you can't learn Thieves' Cant. It's just very unlikely. So, what do you want to do? Rosie!
Sorry, I was looking at the sneak attack thing myself. Um, we got that information. We got that information. Take a long rest, and then we have to wait the day anyway because it's gonna be a day's travel, and go to the city.
Well, your options for a long rest are the common room here, renting a room for the night, renting a room for the night with a companion, or going and camping outside of town.
I'd say we'd probably be safer if we rented a room together
Yes.
and took a watch each. With me being needing only 4 hours, Clark
That
could
is a
take the
very
first four
viable
hours,
option, and no one
and then I
would
could
look
take the
upon
rest
you
of the night.
look upon you sideways. They would just assume you were another one of the customers and patrons.
Another freaky couple.
Fair.
Exactly.
Especially being she drow.
No one's gonna be asking questions around here. So
Yep.
you guys get a room for the night. In this particular case, he's charging you. You feel like he might be overcharging you a little bit, and he's charging you 10 gold.
That's
I
up to
mean,
Clark because I'm slowly running out of money.
that guarantees certain liberties, as in, yeah, no one knows you're here if someone comes asking, sort of thing.
I mean, that's fair. I have 163 gold left. We could do 5 in each.
Go have seas on a room. All good. You gotta sort that out. You get a room. It is decent size. The bed is big enough for one of you.
Lyra will take the floor. She don't care. She doesn't need to sleep, technically. She just needs to trance. So she could
Yeah,
do the
she just gets comfortable, meditates for an hour or 4 hours. But
4 hours, yeah.
is one of you going to stay awake, like awake, or are both of you just going to crash for the rest and hope nothing bad happens?
Well, I figured you only need 8 hours sleep for Quar,
Yeah.
and there's 12 hours in a night. So if he takes the first 4 hours and sleeps the other 8, I get my 4 hours. He gets his 8 hours. He can take first watch. I can take the rest of the night.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. The night passes without any sort of incident that you are aware of. But if you wish, you may roll a perception check.
Oakley. Doop 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 doop.
I'll do that after I put my pants. Ooh. You have four luck points still, Quar.
I will use some of my luck points.
Woot. All right. So, Quar, you wake up after your long nap. You're
The
looking
guy's
around the
gods told me
room.
to go fuck myself.
Thank you, kitty.
You're looking around the room, and your eyes are just a
He,
little foggy. You feel a little groggier than normal. It's like, oh, you had a good sleep, but you know that slow wake up. That's what you feel like right now. It's just
The fuck
you're
was in that?
everything's
The fuck was
fuzzy
in
for
that
the.
drink?
Yes, everything's a little fuzzy for the next little bit. You sit down on the chair and you have your hand on your head. Yeah, it's basically you got a hangover more or less.
What the fuck was in that drink, man?
It's like, oh, whoa, that was stronger than I expected. You were not expecting that after effect.
No.
All right, so Lyra gets to take her nap, and she does her 4 hours of meditation. Quar, after about an hour, your head starts
Mhm.
to clear up, and at one point you did, however, hear something. It sounded like somebody rattling the door handle for a second, but then it stopped and went away. You're not certain it happened though, because it was during the part where your head was still hurting.
Pounding.
Mhm.
So it might have been like a maid realizing someone was in there or something. But
Or just some random drunk trying to get into a room and it was all like, oh, wait, it's
exactly.
locked.
Oh, wrong key. Sorry. Walks off.
Yeah.
No, we didn't have that at the hotel I worked at all.
Never.
All right. So yeah, the 4 hours goes by quick as lightning.
Mhm.
Quar's head feels better by the time Lyra wakes up. As you go downstairs, there is somebody serving breakfast. They have nice big bacon and eggs, sausages, and like hash brown type things.
Ooh, that
Big,
sounds yummy.
nice big plates
All those
platefuls.
lettuce,
As you're
spinach,
walking
red
down, there's a
onion,
few people
cold cut
mingling in
trio,
from upstairs. There's a few people
Mhm.
mingling
cheddar
in from
cheese,
outside. Everyone's getting their coin purse ready to pay for shit.
spinach.
You guys paid for
I
this last night.
I was
Mm.
gonna say if there's like a garbage can, you just like pop the lid off and just start piling shit on its plate, you know.
It's like, you take it. You got a nice, good sized plate. You've got. You feel like this will give you that whole rested experience. It'll clear up your head. Right, boom.
Yeah.
Lyra, you grab a nice, good plateful for yourself. You two sit down to chomp on this stuff, and this stuff is amazing. This is bar food excellence. Like this stuff, the chef, chef's kiss. That was most refilling, refreshing boost of your day, and both of you get a heroic inspiration for the day.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Is this the first time Lyra's actually seen Quar like go to town on food?
Mm-mm.
Probably.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, he
Well, this amount of food, yes.
Mm. She should have eaten before.
How dare you have more food? I'm hungry now.
I'm sorry, I had a whole entire foot long. I saved some of mine.
No, that's not how it works. You put the foot down in front of me, I eat the foot long.
That's how you eat, not how I eat.
That's what. That's wrong. Now I'm hungry. I can't get a sub. I don't have. Well, I could, but I can't. Damn you! Angry DM. Hangry DM. No, I'm good. I'm just teasing. If it was there, I'd just come and steal a bite of your damn sub. Even with
Well,
its.
you try to steal the whole half of the sub.
No, I wouldn't have tried to steal the whole half. I would have taken a bite, maybe. Or I would have had my own sub. Damn it. Damn subs.
You bite like this much out of a fucking sub.
What you're talking about.
You eat
Okay,
half a
so
sub in like
yes, you
four
guys have
bites.
got your long rest. You guys have gotten that. You have your breakfast. You got a heroic inspiration, which basically works just like the luck points we've been using.
Except they can be used on one.
Yes, they can be. So you've got one luck point that can be used on once, and the rest cannot. Bah, ha 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 ha! It is a new day, so your luck points have reset to 3. If you have more than that, they can stay. But if
Mm-mm.
they're less than that, they reset to 3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
had 4 and I used one.
So yeah,
When did you get ones?
I
at the very
re-rolled. Oops.
beginning, at the very beginning,
But
the first thing she did, if I'm not mistaken, was rolled a 1, so she got one.
mm-hmm.
No, she did that too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure she legitimately had 4. No, don't worry about it. We don't need to check the math.
Yeah.
moving onwards, you've enjoyed your breakfast. It was amazing. You had a nice meal. They had orange juice or coffee or tea or all of the above. You could have a big ale. You could have a hangover cure, whatever you want.
Mhm.
You guys feel amazing after that. That's one of the best times you've had. Wow, wow, wow. What would you like to do before you get up from your table? As you're finishing things up, the waiters, or there is a waitress actually. She comes to the table, cleans up your stuff, like move, asks you to move along quickly so that the next group can get a table quickly because they have a big turnaround at this time of day.
Oh, look
Oh yeah, you're
around.
going to look around, of course. Give me a perception if you wish to. Also, you can for.
Alrighty.
I didn't quite understand
Specifically
that, but
looking for
you're
the.
specifically looking for wrist things. Okay.
21.
Well, you're specifically looking for marks of the guild, which, by the way, don't always show up in the same place. You don't know where they show up on a person because you're not that familiar with the guild, and that's not information. But you figured out that obviously that wrist thing is important. You,
Nope.
however, do not see anyone wearing any